Hi everyone, I'm Mia, and I'm 28. Family has always been everything to me. Sunday dinners, movie nights, you name it. My brother Ryan and I were inseparable growing up. He was always my partner in crime, like when I snuck out for that concert in high school. Life was pretty great, honestly. Then, one night at dinner, Ryan dropped a bombshell. "I'm getting married," he announced with the biggest grin. I nearly choked on my pasta. "To who?" I managed to ask. "Megan Foster," he replied, looking all dreamy. I'd met Megan a few times. She was nice, if a little quiet. But hey, who was I to judge? I was thrilled for Ryan. He deserved someone special. Mom practically melted with happiness, and Dad gave him a proud pat on the back. I jumped up to hug him, genuinely happy. Little did I know, though, this was the start of a total nightmare. At first, everything was fine. Megan and I went dress shopping and laughed over Ryan's terrible dance moves at their engagement party. But then subtle things started to feel off. Megan would make these small comments when Ryan wasn't around. Once I suggested a song for their first dance, and she chuckled. "Oh, Mia, we'll let people with real taste choose the music." I brushed it off, assuming she was just stressed about wedding planning. But it kept happening. She'd leave me out of bridesmaid emails or change plans last minute without telling me. One day, while I was helping Mom with the seating chart, Megan walked in. "Oh, Mia, didn't expect to see you here," she said, her voice dripping with forced sweetness. She made it sound like I should have been too busy with my job to be involved. When I tried talking to Ryan, he shrugged. "Come on, Mia," he said. "Megan's great. You're probably just imagining things." But I wasn't, and it was starting to drive me crazy. At the bridal shower, Megan accidentally spilled red wine all over my favorite white blouse. "Oops. Guess you can thank me. White is so boring," she laughed. I forced a smile, but inside, I was fuming. This wasn't the Megan Ryan had introduced us to. This was someone else entirely. And I had a feeling it was only going to get worse. It didn't take long for family rumors to start swirling. Aunt Karen pulled me aside one day, her voice low. "Mia, sweetie, is everything okay with you and Ryan?" I was taken aback. "Why wouldn't it be?" I asked. "Well," she whispered, "Megan mentioned that you might be having trouble letting go." I was floored. Megan was spreading rumors about me to my own family. The real tipping point came at the bridesmaid dress fitting. I overheard Megan saying to a friend, "I'm just so embarrassed by the way Mia flirts with Jake." I stormed out, furious. "Excuse me? I've been with Alex for 2 years. What are you even talking about?" Megan looked at me with fake innocence. "Oh, Mia, I didn't see you there. I was just worried. You know, about how you act around Jake." And yet the worst was still to come. At the rehearsal dinner, things finally seemed okay. I was chatting with Jake and Alex, relaxing for the first time in days, when Megan suddenly tripped and dumped an entire glass of red wine down my dress. Everyone fell silent as I stood there, humiliated. Megan gasped dramatically, "Oh my gosh, Mia, I'm so sorry. Looks like someone's had a bit too much to drink." Ryan turned to me, his face conflicted. "Mia, maybe you should go home and get some rest," he said quietly. I couldn't believe it. "Ryan, I've only had 1 glass of champagne all night. Megan did this on purpose." But he just shook his head. "Come on, Mia, don't make a scene." I felt like I was going crazy. Couldn't anyone else see what was happening? After that disaster of a rehearsal dinner, I couldn't take it anymore. Desperate for someone to talk to, I called my cousin Lisa. "Lisa, I don't know what to do. Megan's turned everyone against me, spreading rumors, sabotaging me at every turn. Now Ryan thinks I'm just some jealous drunk mess." Lisa's voice was sympathetic but cautious. "That sounds awful, Mia, but are you sure you're not just misinterpreting things?" My heart sank. Even Lisa didn't believe me. Misinterpreting? "Lisa, she dumped wine on me and then accused me of being drunk. How is that a misinterpretation?" Okay, she said quickly. "I believe you. It's just hard to imagine. Megan seems so sweet." I laughed bitterly. "Yeah, when Ryan's around. You should see her when he's not." We talked for a while, with me spilling every detail of Megan's behavior over the past few months. When we hung up, I felt a mix of relief and dread. The wedding was tomorrow, and I had no idea how I was going to get through it. One thing was for sure, though, this was far from over. Megan might think she'd won, but I wasn't going down without a fight. The next morning, I arrived at the venue at dawn, determined to talk things out with Ryan. I spotted him near the altar, looking nervous but happy. "Hey, big bro," I said, cautiously approaching. "Need any help?" Ryan gave me a strained smile. "Hey, Mia. I think we got it covered." I felt my heart sink but pressed on. "Listen, about last night, let me explain. It's my wedding day, Mia." He cut me off. "Can we just forget about it?" I nodded, swallowing the lump in my throat. "Sure, Ryan. Whatever you want." As I turned to leave, I heard Megan's voice from the bridal suite. Curiosity got the better of me, and I crept closer to listen. "Girls, you won't believe how easy it was," Megan was saying, her voice dripping with smugness. "A few well-placed comments, a little accident with some wine, and bam. Mia's the bad guy, and Ryan's eating out of my hand." I felt like I'd been punched in the gut. One of the bridesmaids giggled. "But weren't you worried she'd figure it out?" Megan scoffed. "Please, she's so desperate for Ryan's approval she'd believe anything. By the time this wedding's over, she'll be completely out of the picture." That was it. I'd had enough. I burst into the room, fury radiating off me. "So that's your game, huh? Turning my own brother against me for what control?" Megan's eyes widened, but then narrowed. "Mia, I don't know what you think you heard, but save it. I heard every word. How could you do this to me? To Ryan?" Her face twisted into a sneer. "Oh, grow up, Mia. Did you really think you could keep Ryan all to yourself forever? He needed to cut the cord sometime." I was so angry I could barely see straight. "This isn't about keeping Ryan to myself. This is about you manipulating and lying to everyone." Just then, I heard a gasp behind me. I turned to see Ryan standing in the doorway, his face a mask of confusion and hurt. "Ryan," I started, but Megan beat me to it, rushing to his side in tears. "Oh, Ryan, thank goodness you're here." Mia just burst in and started accusing me of all these horrible things. "She's trying to ruin our wedding day." I couldn't believe it. "What? No, Ryan, that's not what happened. She was bragging about how she turned you against me." Ryan looked back and forth between us, clearly overwhelmed. "Mia, what are you doing? Why are you trying to cause drama on my wedding day?" "I'm not," I protested. "Ryan, please, you have to believe me. Megan's been manipulating you this whole time." But the look in his eyes told me he didn't believe a word I was saying. Megan's crocodile tears had sealed the deal. Ryan's voice was cold as he spoke. "I think you should leave, Mia." I felt like my world was crumbling. "Ryan, please, no." He cut me off. "I can't believe you tried to steal Megan's spotlight like this. I thought you were better than that." Tears streamed down my face. "Ryan, I swear, I'm telling the truth." He shook his head, wrapping an arm around Megan. "Just go, Mia. You've done enough damage." I stumbled out of the room, barely able to see through my tears, and ran into Mom and Dad in the hallway. "Mia, honey, what's wrong?" Mom asked, reaching for me. I shook my head, unable to speak. Somewhere behind me, I heard Alex calling my name. I couldn't face any of them, not now. Without a word, I ran out of the venue, ignoring the shocked looks and hushed whispers around me. As I drove away, I glimpsed Mom and Dad in the rearview mirror, calling after me. But I couldn't turn back. Not after this. The fairy tale was over, and somehow I'd become the villain of the story. After that wedding disaster, I threw myself into work. Months flew by, and I landed a major promotion. Our latest campaign was making waves in the industry, and I finally started feeling like myself again. Then, one night, my phone buzzed with a message from Lisa. "Mia, we need to talk. It's about Ryan and Megan." I hesitated, but agreed to meet her at a nearby cafe. Lisa looked nervous as she slid her phone across the table. "I did something, well, kind of terrible," she confessed. "I recorded our conversation about Megan and played it for Ryan last week." My hands shook as I listened to the recording. Every painful memory, every frustration captured in digital form. "Ryan and Megan have been having issues," Lisa continued softly. "When he heard this, he realized what had happened, Mia. He wants to talk to you." Right on cue, my phone lit up with Ryan's number. I declined the call. "I can't, Lisa. It's too late." Over the next few weeks, I heard through the grapevine that Ryan and Megan were divorcing. Apparently, Megan's manipulative behavior had even extended to her job, where she'd gotten into legal trouble for fraud. Ryan kept trying to reach out, voicemails, texts, even a heartfelt letter. Mia, I'm so sorry. I should have believed you. Please, can we talk? But I wasn't ready. The hurt was still too fresh. Instead, I focused on my own life. I had a solid group of friends who genuinely supported me, and Alex had been my rock through everything. One day, as Alex and I were planning a vacation, Mom called. Honey, did you hear? Ryan and Megan's divorce is final. I took a deep breath. That's good, Mom. I hope he's okay. He misses you, sweetie. I looked at Alex, who squeezed my hand supportively. I know, Mom, but I'm not ready. Maybe someday, but not now. When I hung up, I felt a weight lift off my shoulders. The drama was over, and I was finally free. I'd survived, thrived, even, and for the first time in a long time, I was genuinely excited for the future, a future on my own terms. That brings us to the end of our story. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your thoughts in the comments below.